Hi there, everyone. It is currently the 16th of January 2014, and meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you with a big cup of coffee. It's nice and warm because it is chilly out here across much of northern Japan, and that's why I'm actually going to start off by showing you the temperatures, but a little bit different today. It's a new tool just brought to us here by our friends at earth.nullschool.net. Please go do check out that platform. But if you go to the website, you can click on temperatures at the top, and anywhere you click on the screen here, these are winds, but it's going to bring you up winds and temperature. And oh well, need to move over the screen there a little bit to the left, but winds right now over Tokyo about 9 kilometers per hour, but temperature right around good old 4 degrees Celsius. So staying chilly out here. Even northern parts of the Philippines are getting down into the teens there, especially through the overnight hours. I was checking it out, and up to about 10 to 11 degrees for some of you. I know that's absolutely frigid. You think that's cold? Take a look at this. Let's scroll a little bit farther towards the north, and well, you were talking about the polar vortex in the States last week. Take a look at parts of eastern Russia. Oh, minus 40 degrees Celsius. That is just too unbearable. Things are going to stay chilly out here through the next several days across much of Japan, but we are expecting at least somewhat of a warming trend. If we go through the next 24 hours, we can even see the temperatures slowly begin to warm up. So that's the good news, that things are slowly getting a little bit higher, but it's still going to be staying chilly. But the main topic today, if we go back down here towards the south, is our area, well, is just towards the east of the Philippines. This is 24 hours from now. It's going to be starting to move overhead, but we're still seeing some pretty gusty winds. Take a look at this: 52 kilometer per hour winds, 34 kilometer per hour winds. We can even just change it up and use the wind platform here, and 50. These are pushing tropical storm strength equivalent. Now, it's mostly due to the northeast monsoon, but still going to bring in some rough weather out here, not to mention waves up to about 5 to possibly 6 meters high across southern Luzon and eastern Visayas. I'm surprised we haven't seen any reports of any fishermen really getting roughed up out here, because it's just some pretty nasty seas. Now, I'm using the term tropical depression, but I really think that's being pretty liberal with this, because right now our so-called tropical depression is very disorganized. The wind shear that came through at our upper level trough, and you can see that cold front extending down here from the northeast down there towards the southwest, has just tore this apart. So even throughout the day on Wednesday, now going into Thursday, the precipitation has let off across much of Visayas and northern Mindanao. That is the fantastic news. We're starting to get a little break. Some of the water can recede before we get a little bit more rain, because this is slowly going to be drifting back towards the west. Now, I wouldn't really call it drifting. It's basically been lingering here, but the convection is going to beef back up. So once this moves away off here towards the northeast, that wind shear will lax over top our center of circulation on this, well, very weak low. I mean, because right now we're seeing, well, upwards about 30 to 40, even 50 knots of vertical wind shear. You typically need 10 to 15 knots for a system to become somewhat organized. That's just been blowing it off there towards the northeast. Once again, though, once that does move, we're going to see our storms really just regain that convection, but the center of circulation never really comes back. And I've been seeing some people actually call this pre-agaton for, shoot, nearly 3 weeks now. I know we said possible. It possibly could be a Agaton about a week and a half ago, and then we kind of dropped off on it because really didn't think it was going to become one. I'm actually kind of curious what the next storm's going to be called by these people that have been calling it pre-Agaton, because it's just going to add for some confusion, because this one is not going to make it to a named storm system. And really, just a big elongated area of low pressure, just showers across this area. And even if it does or doesn't become a storm, once again, I think it's just semantics, because the problem is the rainfall. And this is now looking at the GFS model, what most of you see here when you're talking about global models. The other one was NavGem. Just those showers continuing to linger, and that's going to be the problem across much of the size and northern Mindanao. Actually, a really good graphic from our friends at Meteo Media. This was created by Mr. Typhoon, and just showing you where the areas that are going to be the highest hit with some heavy rain and the risk of flooding through the next several days out there in eastern Visayas, Samar, Tacloban area as well. Very well could get this, and also northern Mindanao, including Cagayan. Some of those low-lying areas could see some river flooding through the rest of the week. even into the weekend out here. So unfortunately, not too much of a break. Northern Philippines, you're going to continue to see actually dry weather. So hooray for that. But once again, please do go check out our friends at earth.northschool.net. This graphic, you can just sit here and mess with this for hours. Let's take a look at the MSLP, how low our pressure is over top of the center circulation 24 hours from now. 1,007 HPA, still pretty high. Elsewhere, though, high pressure dominating 134. And if you know anything about weather, you know that the lower the pressure, the stronger this tropical system typically. So, yeah, pretty not so potent right now as far as the center, but still talking about those rains. That is all for right now, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always post them down there, though, in the comment box below. And as always, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.